Okay, good morning, everyone. So this will be a recorded discussion for our lesson 3 topic. Okay, so for today's discussion, our learning objectives are this. So for you to apply purchasing power parity and interest rate parity, and then identify factors influencing currency supply and demand, and for you to analyze drivers of currency fluctuations in real markets. Okay, so our topic for today is the determinants of exchange rate. So the PPP, IRP, and currency supply and demand factors. So as we all know, no, exchange rates plays a vital role in international trade and finance. So it reflects the value of one currency compared to another. So these rates are not fixed; they are changing based on the various economic and market conditions. So by understanding the key determinants of exchange rates, such as inflation, interest rates, political stability, economic growth, and speculations. So it will help this topic explain why currencies strengthen or weaken over time. So this knowledge is essential for making all of you informed about the decisions in business, investment, and making a policy. Okay, so we will start with understanding what is an exchange rate. So here, exchange rates determine the value of one currency in terms of another, no? So it tells us how much one currency is worth compared to another. So for example, if there's a 1 US dollar and that 1 US dollar is equal to 56 pesos here in the Philippines, so that is the exchange rate of the US dollar versus the Philippine peso. So again, 1 US dollar is equal to 56 pesos. So this rate changes due to economic, political, and market factors. So exchange rates go up or down because of these three main reasons, no? Katong economic factor, the country's economy, and then we also have political factors, the stability of the government, and market factors, no, the supply and demand of currency. So like people buying or selling it can use its value to rise or fall, no? So depending on the demand and supply again. So understanding determinants helps predict movements and manage risks. So if you understand what affect exchange rates, so you can predict changes, no? It will be helpful for businesses and travelers. Avoid risk when it comes to this, no, businesses, like avoiding losing money when converting currencies, kasi you already understand why those rate changes, what are the factors that affects on it, and then make smarter financial decision also. You that will be your that is the importance of knowing the exchange rate of one currency to another. Okay, so there are two theories in determining the exchange rate. First is purchasing power parity, or the PPP, and second is interest rate parity, or the IRP. So let's start with purchasing power parity. So by the way, when we say parity, that means equal. Okay, so purchasing power parity, this theory says that the same product should cost the same in different countries. So once you convert prices into the same currency, so let's say for example, a burger cost $5 in the US kung naa ka dito. And the same burger cost 250 pesos here in the Philippines kung naa ka diri sa Pilipinas. So the PPP, or the purchasing power parity, says that exchange rate should be $1 is equal to 50 pesos, because naa na siya formula nga imong computon. So kani siya, we will compute this later on, but ingon na siya ang iyahang theory. So it should be equal. So maski pag mag-ibali-bali ni muna siya, mag-ato kag US, magdakag 250 pesos, mag-ato kag US, kung naay Philippine store dito nga nabaligya og kanang the same nga product, the same nga business, the same nga trader, dapat kanang imuhang 250 nga pesos nga burger diri sa Philippines, inig-adto nimo dito sa US, dapat mapalit gyapon na nimo siya in the same cost, maski pag i-convert na ang kwarta dito, no. So mo na siya ang explanation aning purchasing power parity. So nganong importante na siya, no? So if the prices are very different between countries, so it means one currency might be strong or too weak. So over time, exchange rate may adjust so prices become more equal. So muna siya ang tumong, or the goal of the purchasing power parity. Okay. So mo ni siya, no, ang formula sa PPP, or the purchasing power parity. So E is equal to P1 over or divided by P2. So ang E stands for exchange rate, so or the domestic currency per unit of foreign currency. Then ang P1 stands for price of good in the domestic country, and ang P2 stands for the price of the same good in the foreign country. So, para masabtan na to siya maayo no katong example. So mani siya no. So katong example nga gihatag niya. So a price of a burger in the US is $5. And then here in the Philippines, the same burger cost $250. So mo ni siya ang iyahang gingon na siya pag-solve no. So E or katong basta i-substitute lang mo na siya. So E is equal to P1. So ang P1 stands for the price of good in the domestic country. So dali sa Pilipinas divided by P2 or the price of the same good in the foreign country. So ang foreign country is ang US man no. So mo na siya no ingon ana siya pagka substitute sa katong mga mga kanang numbers. So E is equals to 250 pesos. Mo na siya ang price sa burger sa domestic nga country sa Philippines, and then over the price of the burger sa foreign nga country. So ang foreign ang US man, so mo nang $5. So equal to 50 pesos per $1 no. So makita na siya nato siya din ha. So giingon ana niya pag or ingon ana pagka compute ang katong sa PPP or katong purchase power parity. Okay, so the second na theory in exchange rate is kaning IRP no, or interest rate parity. So this theory says that the difference in interest rates between two countries affect how their exchange rates change over time. So I have an example here. So if the US interest rate is 2% and Japan is 0.5%, so the currency market will adjust to prevent arbitrage opportunities. So ang iyang key idea is higher interest rates often attract foreign investment, so it will strengthen the currency unless offset by inflation. So, para masabtan, no, I have another example here, no. So, for example, I have money na ako'y kwarta, which is 10,000 pesos, and I would like to invest this 10,000 pesos. I have two countries nga nag-offer sa ko. One is the Philippines, and the second is kaning USA. So, si Philippines, muhatag siya sa kuha og 5% nga interest rate aning akong kwarta nga gusto i-invest. And si US, muhatag pud siya og 3% nga interest rate. So, the possibility is tempting kaayo no nga mo invest ko kang Philippines. It's because 5% ang ilang ginahatag while sa US is 3% lang. But kung gamitan siya og interest rate parity, so biskan asa na ko siya i-invest, it's either sa Philippines nga bangko or dito sa US nga bangko, if mag-meet halfway ang kwarta, ini-convert na siya from US to peso or from peso to US, same ra gihapon ang akong makuha. So mo na siya. There's still an equal rate nga akong makuha. Mao na ang sa interest rate parity. But na instances pod nga maka-earn ko if the possibility or if there's kanang a chance ba nga dili dayon mo change ang interest rate. So ingon na ba murag na instances ba nga dili dayon mag-change ang interest rate sa US versus sa sa kanang peso. So nay mga instances nga makakwarta ko pero dili gihapon ing anak kadako. Dili gihapon kanang dako og kanang ROI kasi nga naa man ning interest rate parity. So mo na siya no ang sa interest rate parity. So there's a formula. So mo ni siya no ang formula sa interest rate parity kung mag-compute ta ani. So F is equals to S times 1 plus ID over 1 plus IF. So F stands for the forward exchange rate sa domestic currency per unit of foreign currency, and then S is equals to spot exchange rate, and then ID domestic interest rate, and IF is foreign interest rate. So mo ni siya ang formula no. So para mas masabtan na to katong sa kaganiha nga kanang example no. So the spot rate is $55, 55 pesos per $1. So sa domestic interest rate diri sa Philippines is 4% ang gina-offer ni Philippines. So sa foreign interest rate pod is 2%. So motong kaganihan no nga sa US 2% siya. So unsaon nako pagkabalo nga mao ni ang akong makuha nga kwarta. So the same kung makita ba nako siya nga kanang equal ba gyapon siya. So F or forward exchange rate is equals to spot exchange rate. So kanang 55 pesos per 1 US dollar, and then multiplied by 1 kanang 1 is constant na siya plus 0.04 ang domestic na interest rate over 1 which is constant gihapon plus 0.02 ang foreign interest rate. So mahimo siya og 55 multiplied by 1.04 kasi ipang-add lang man na nimo ng duha sa 1.04, 1 plus 0.04 o 1 plus 0.02. So mo na no nga 55 multiplied by 1.4 1.04 over 1.02. So approximately ang akong makuha sa ako ang $1 if i-invest na ako akong kwarta dito is 56.08%. So na ako'y earnings nga 1.08, gamay lang siya, di ba? So ingon ana ang sa kuan, ing ana ang sa kanang IRP sa interest rate parity. So maybe na ako'y ma ROI pero ginagmay lang kasi the ang iyahang tumong is or ang goal sa IRP is to make it equal man gihapon. So if there are earnings, gagmay lang gyud siya. So mao na siya ang sa IRP, ngun ana siya pagka kanang compute. Okay. Okay, so here are the factors no affecting the exchange rate. So we have inflation, interest rate, political stability, economic growth, and speculation. So sa inflation rate, if the prices in a country rise quickly, so there will be a high inflation, no? So the possibility is that our currency becomes weaker. Mas mo gamay ang ato ang rate sa ato ang domestic nga money. And then people lose confidence in its value. So mo nang that will affect the exchange rate nato from sa tuang domestic country to another country. So another no is interest rates. So a higher interest rates attract foreign investors. So this makes the currency stronger because more people want to hold it. Mo nang mas daghan ang mahimong investors kasi mas taas man ang interest rate. So that will also affect the exchange rate system nato no sa nga ato ang country. And then next is political stability no. So investors tend to invest for those countries nga naay stable government because they can build trust and confidence into it no they can feel that there is a safe investment putting of their investment into those countries nga stable ang government. And then economic growth, so strong economies attract investments again. So when a country's economy is growing well, so it attract investment, so this will increase the demand for its currency. That is why the domestic currency will be or will make stronger value. And then speculation, so traders guess what will happen in the future. So if they expect a currency to rise, so they will buy those currency para musaka jud siya maayo. So mo na pud siya gamit ano kaning speculation. This is more kanang used on kanang mga traders good, currency traders kasi mabasa naman gud na nila kung unsa ba ang mahitabo ani nga trading. Is it mo taas ba siya ang iyang kanang kuan ang iyang presyo or mubaba. So again, those are the factors affecting the exchange rate in a certain country nganong mag-usab-usab mo taas or mo baba ang exchange rate sa isa ka country. So what affects the currency's value? So mo po ni siya no. So the factors and the effect on currency. So high inflation, it weakens the currency or mag-depreciate ang value sa kwarta. If low inflation pod, it will strengthen the currency. So mag-appreciate pod mo taas pod ang value sa kwarta. And then high interest rate, so it attracts investors. So again, ang effect sa currency, mag-appreciate yun siya, musakang yung value. And then political stability, so if those investors will build trust on a certain government, so mo na siya nga mas daghan ang daghan ang mo invest, so the money, the effect in the currency will appreciate, mas musaka ang value. And then economic growth, strong economy attracts investment, so appreciate gihapon ang mahitabo. And speculation, traders expectations can go up or down, so depende sa kanang sa pag-usab ba sa rate. It's either musaka ang kung musaka ang rate, syempre musaka pod ang mo appreciate pod ang value, and if baba ang rate mo depreciate pod ang value. Okay, so for the conclusion, so the value of currency is shaped by both theories, like purchasing power parity and interest rate parity. And there are also katong factors no, in real world factors such as inflation, mga interest rate, political stability, economic growth, and market speculation. So together, these determinants explain why exchange rate fluctuates and why understanding them is important for global trade, investment, and financial decision making. So if we will be going or if we will be investing, no, we must know these factors that may influence the exchange rate of our currency para makabaluta if okay karon nga season okay ba ang mag-invest and unsay pwede nato buhaton. Okay, that's it no. So if you have any questions, kindly prepare your questions na lang for our next face-to-face meeting para ma-address nato siya. And then after this one, I will be posting an activity sa LMS for you to work on. That's all. Thank you so much.